Hey Pushpins, the gaming channel of the decade. We earned it. Now and then we share hacks on games, full details on how to play and what to play. Today's video, we will share with you the 10 biggest open world games. Do you want to win any of the items you see on your screen? All you have to do is watch the whole video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. Good luck! Number 10 is the Elder Scrolls V, SKYRIM. It's out on 15 square miles.
They're already here. The Elder Scrolls told of their return. Their defeat was merely a delay.
According to most reviews, this is considered one of the best open world games of all time, and the year has gone by and the games have gotten even better and more advanced. Elder Scrolls V SKYRIM is an open world action role-playing game based on playable from either the first or third person perspective. Players may freely roam over the land of Skyrim, which is an open world environment consisting of wilderness expanses, dungeons, caves, cities, towns, fortresses, and villages. The game revolves around the Dragonborn on a quest to defeat Alduin, the World Eater, a dragon prophesied to destroy the world. The game is set 200 years after the events of Oblivion, and continues the open world tradition where players are allowed to travel anywhere in the game world at any time. The cool thing about the game is how players can navigate the game faster by riding horses, paying for a ride from a city stable, or simply by taking advantage of the fast travel system. Number 9 is PUBG, PlayerUnknown Battleground, set on 25 square miles. This online multiplayer battle royale game is one of the most exciting open world games. In the game, up to 100 players parachute into an island to scavenge for weapons and equipment to kill each other while avoiding getting killed. As players fight each other, the game spaces around them become tighter, leaving the surviving players in small spaces. To win the game, you need to be the last player standing in the round. Players have the option to end the game as a solo, duo, or a small team of up to 4 people. As time passes, playable areas in the game begin to shrink down towards random locations considered the safe area. People caught outside face damage and might get eliminated if the safe zone is not entered in time. Number 8 is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, set on 29 square miles. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild received acclaim for its attention to detail and its open-ended gameplay, and has been said to be one of the greatest open-world video games to date. This game not only changes from the concept of a Zelda game, but also projects one of the best open-world games in the form of the Kingdom of Hyrule. Another incredible experience about this game is the freedom afforded to the player and the entire map opening up once the gamer made it off the Great Plateau. This action-adventure game, developed and published by Nintendo, lasted 5 years, with the inclusion of elements like a detailed physics engine, a high-definition visuals, and voice acting. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild reinvented the series. Also, players are given little instruction, which is similar to the 1986 The Legend of Zelda game. The task in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild includes collecting multi-purpose items, help in solving puzzles, and side quests for rewards. In this game, the world is unstructured and designed to reward experimentation, allowing the players to control Link, who awakens from a 100-year slumber to defeat Calamity Ganon and save the Kingdom of Hyrule. Number 7 is Far Cry 2, set on 31 square miles.
You wanna know about this world? This used to be a sweet land. Then the diamonds ran out. Now the mercenaries fight each other like hyenas over a corpse.
In the gaming world, Far Cry 2 holds the award for the most ambitious game. According to gamers, this game is far ahead of its time, and the point is to the makers, Ubisoft. Far Cry 2 is a first-person shooter game, where players are present within a 31 square mile rendition of the African Serengeti. The game is a sequel to the Far Cry, with some noticeable changes, which include completely new characters, a new style of gameplay that allows players to freely explore different African landscapes such as the savannas, jungles, and deserts. The game is set in a modern-day Central African nation during a civil war, and it features a player taking control of a mercenary on a mission to locate and assassinate a notorious arms dealer by the name of the Jackal. Far Cry 2 was met with positive reception upon its release. Number 6 is Dragon Age Inquisition, set on 45 square miles. This game perfectly suits the phrase hidden and untapped gem. Dragon Age Inquisition is an action role-playing game that is in the third game in the Dragon Age franchise. The game is based on a character known as the Inquisitor, on a journey to settle the civil unrest in the continent of Thedas and close a mysterious tear in the sky called the Breach, which is unleashing dangerous demons upon the world. A pretty dark and interesting storyline. No wonder this particular game holds the award for one of the best BioWare-developed titles to date. Players are at will to choose their own character's appearance, race, roles, and can even build their specific abilities. Players get the opportunity to explore over 45 square miles of land, the continent of Thedas, unique locales, and treacherous dungeons. Number 5 is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, set on 84 square miles. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is a sequel to the 2011 game The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings, the third installment in the Witcher's video game series. The game played in an open world and an action role-playing game played from the third-person perspective. The game is set in a fantasy world, and it features player controlling a monster slayer known as the Witcher, who is in search of his missing adopted daughter. Players explore the war-ravaged gaming environment, totaling 84 square miles. It's safe to say that the producers of this game really pushed out their big guns while developing this masterpiece of a game. Numerous twists. One interesting feature of the gameplay is the fact that players have their choice to select the ending. When it comes to a game with strong personality, The Witcher 3 has more personality than any other open-world game. Number 4 is World of Warcraft, set on 80 square miles.
Alliances forged and broken. We have paid the price for sharing this world.
This massively played game is the 4th release set in the World of Warcraft fantasy universe. The game is set in a known world as Azeroth, and it plays out the same way as any other multiplayer game where players go on exploration of the landscapes and general environment within the game as a first or third person view. In the case of game players, they have a chance to explore the 80 square miles open world as they fight their way to a win. Over a decade later since its creation, World of Warcraft still holds the title for most played multiplayer game of all time. It's not an easy position to occupy if you ask us. Number 3 is Assassin's Creed Odyssey, set on 91 square miles.
How can a child save us all if he's sentenced to die?
We love everything about the movie, and so it only makes sense that our list is not to forget Assassin's Creed Odyssey. To date, it contains the biggest map in the series. This open world is mostly covered with bodies of water, and players can actually explore some areas from the start of the game. The action role-playing video game is the 11th major installment and the 21st overall in the Assassin's Creed series. Players can control either a male or female mercenary who fights on both sides of a conflict as they attempt to unite their family. Number 2 is Ghost Recon Breakpoint, at 105 square miles. This tactical shooter game is the 10th installment in the Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon franchise, and the first from the series to feature an open environment. Due to the introduction of the open lands set on 105 square miles, it's fully explorable at the start of the game. Wildlands today is still remembered as one of the better co-op tactical shooter games when it comes to this generation. This game's setting took on a rather different turn from the futurist setting of its predecessors. The game is rather set in a setting similar to that of the original Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon. Publishers of Ghost Recon, this game is one of the biggest open-world games that they have published to date, featuring a wide variety of environments. Sitting comfortably at number 1 on our list today is Just Cause, set on 400 square miles.
There was no fear, no failure. But the rules have changed.
Just Cause holds the record, presenting players with a large-scale sandboxes filled with plenty of opportunities to cause mayhem under the guise of protecting villages from drug cartels and terrorists. The action-adventure game is the 3rd installment in the series, and the sequel to Just Cause 2. This game follows the story of Rico Rodriguez as he returns home to Medici, which is played under the control of a dictator, the name of General Sebastiano Ravello. This game is played in the third person, and it gives players room to explore the massive open world environment, which occupies 400 square miles. Players are assigned to take tasks that involve Rico liberating the island from the dictator. These are all the open world themed games we can accommodate today. Do you think any game missed the list? Or do you think there's a game that shouldn't have made the list? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section. And hey, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to our channel and give us a like while you're at it. Until next time, keep on gaming, Pushpins.